So this is the end stage. Since I care more about damage, I've subbed in Chrome. This is my regular Frontier Gate team, by the way. Chrome for tons of damage and BC fill. And Spark debuff, even though it clashes with Mahalu, it's still really good to have in your squad. Double Avant lead, Rize, Griff, Mahalu, Chrome, and Avant. And Marauder set as usual, since you just want more damage, and the survivability of your teams right now is pretty high. So with this stage, especially if I'm straight through farming, it's just Griff, Avant, Mahalu, and it's pretty easy because you just throw an attack elixir every stage, and you pretty much start your SPB with Griff, unless it's a single target unit from stages 2 to 4, in which case you just auto attack it down with your attack elixir, just so you'll have your BB gauges ready. And even then, it's still pretty good points. If you do start with the idols or the Rantoul squad, basically the creatures, that's a good start. You can get like 3 mil ultimate brave bristing on that stage, getting all your units filled up. For me, I auto attack with just Mahalu, Krob, and Griff for my team, because Rize and the 2 Avants do too much damage and I won't be able to get the BC fill. And eventually your overdrive gauge will fill up. You OD, you put a Fujin on Avant, you start with Griff, Avant, and then you auto it, and then they'll die and you get like 2 million, 3 million points. Pretty ridiculous. But for the rest of this, since I'm not doing that, you just auto, starting with Griff. This is a non-overdrive gauge run. I know there's a lot of teams that do use their overdrive gauge at least once, and that is my recommended way to get through this. Ideally you'd get to 2 ultimate brave bursts, which is what my score is. They're maxed out with a 7.7 mil, and you'd overdrive against 4 enemies, 5 enemies. Ideally you'd overdrive against 6 enemies both times. And if you can manage a 3rd one, you do a 3rd one, but that's pretty difficult. Frontier Hunter end, but that'll get you like closer to like what, 10 mil, something like that. But if you can overdrive every stage with Sharla and Sheeta, that's what teams are doing now. If you want to be really grindy with every orb, and at this point, for me, I don't really care, so I'm just like, alright, I'll just do it. For those of you who don't know, I've done enough Frontier Hunter in the past. I've gotten top 10 for like 4 straight seasons. Now it's a new one, and it's been really disjointed. And at this point, there's a lot of other things that I'd rather spend gems on. Not so much rare summoning, but item, unit slots, and leveling for those special L gifts and stuff that are coming in the achievement store soon. Hopefully we'll get an achievement store update before the end of the year. Another suggestion would be to add more friends list spots so you can get more free stuff and use more people. But those are just suggestions. But as you can see, even though this run was pretty bad, honestly, didn't get too many good mobs. I got a single mob unit, and that always sucks. You never want to get those, because a lot of this team's damage comes from hitting multiple enemies, and you really see that 4 enemies get you like 1 mil, so like you can get really high scores, especially if you do have an overdrive gauge ultimate brave burst in there. So my goal this season is really just to get +5. Shouldn't be too big of a deal. It'll take like 5 gems or something like that, and my scores are pretty high on average. Even when I get a low score of around 330,000 Steam points, it's still pretty good.